You had a question?
Yes. Yeah. So I just wanted to understand what is the bias neuron? What is the?
Huh.
I mean,
So
yeah.
yeah, I will explain this again.
Okay.
Yeah. So with a picture, I'll explain. So, but for now,
Yeah.
what you need to keep in mind is if I want multiple outputs, then I
Hmm.
can repeat these TLUs. But
Yeah.
in addition to simply having a linear combination, suppose if I would like to get an offset, I can use this bias term, right? So we will see what is the role of that as we with an application as we progress further.
So basically, neurons are two types, right? Bias neurons and artificial neurons. That's what you have mentioned here.
Right. So bias neuron as you see, it does not combine with the inputs. So B X's combine with W's. B doesn't combine with W. So there is no B times X. So it's simply an offset. Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't know what B is. We don't know what W is. Depending on the task, we'll have to learn what these W's and B's are. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Thank
So
you.
yeah, we will see. I mean, I'll write the equations a bit more detailed so that you'll be able to appreciate.
Professor, can I ask a question?
Raj, is it Rajai or?
Yes, Rajay. Yes.
Yeah, Rajai, please go ahead. Yeah, of course.
So, Professor, do we go for these multiple outputs to reduce loss function, like to get optimum values for our weights and bias?
No. So as I mentioned, if you are looking for a binary classification, say, for example, I want to classify this flower belongs to class 1 or class 2. That is the goal. Then we would use only one output. But there are applications which require, for example, a multi-class classification where the image could belong to one of the three classes. Now, for say, suppose that image belongs to class 1, then the first output would be 1, the remaining 2 would be 0. But if it belongs to class 2, then the second output would be 1, the remaining 2 would be 0. So that is a multi-class classification, right? So now, depending on the task at hand, we might require a single TLU or you might require a multiple TLUs, multiple outputs. Is it clear?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Professor.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Rupesh, what is interview Q&As?
Like frequently asked question, Professor, like any interview
Rupesh,
question.
can you speak a bit louder? Your voice is very low.
I'm saying about interview Q&A, Professor, like interview questions for giving any.
Job interview questions, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. We don't have anything particular, but I think most of the questions that anybody would ask in the interview are covered in this in the module. So we don't have a set list of questions, but we do have say questions for the exam, the sample questions. So that should be already helpful, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's now pause and then resume back at 11.